Okay, so today... We did actually set fire to it when he tried to straighten it out.
Gravitate, 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 yeah. Innovate, 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 yeah. Move like the
What is up guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to continue working on the Mazda 3 MPS Copart Race Car. We've done a couple of mods off camera, so I'm just going to update you on the mods that we've done and what we plan to do today. So let's get to it. Can you see this? Right, so the first mod that I'm going to explain is the rear splitter. So we did pick up this for nothing, I got it for free. So it needed a little bit of TLC, a bit of cleaning up, and these fins needed straightening out as well, so we did do that. Put a couple of extra bolts in it as well, and that's nice and secure, and that should help airflow underneath the car as well. So as you can see, the rear part of the interior completely stripped, barring the headlining. This should help with weight reduction and obviously braking and accelerating because there's less weight to cart around, so that should help. We're also going to do parts of the front of the interior as well, kind of making sure it is still usable, but we'll do that in this video as well. We've also got Black Diamond Predator brake pads on the front, and we've got the Brembos on the rear, so all the weight of the car is on the front, and it's a heavy front braking car. We are currently braking them in, so we're doing heavy stops and things like that. 18-inch Superleggera alloy wheels. These are 8 meters wide. These are Superleggera super lightweight wheels. They're 18-inch and they're 8-inch wide as well. So these are super lightweight and they'll be good on the track. They've got a ridiculous offset on them, so they actually push the wheel out by another probably 30 mil. So I've actually had to roll all 4 arches to fit them in. So the tyres are Proxy R888Rs, and they've got a decent amount of tread on them. I got these on the alloys themselves, so they're in decent nick, but I think they've only got 1 track day left in them. So I've not actually used them on track yet, but we will see how they perform. I'm pretty sure they'll be better than the Triumph Race Kings that I've had before. But like I say, the steering input and the acceleration and braking should be a lot better because there's less weight to cart around. Okay, so another mod that we did off camera was the suspension. So before this we had the stock suspension on, but we've also got BC racing coilovers on. No, we haven't also got it, we've got it instead. And so before this we had mismatched stock suspension, so we've got the BC racing coilovers now. Basically what we're going to do today is we're going to showcase the BC racing coilovers, and we're also going to slightly change the setup of the fronts. I want a little bit more preload on the front, which means that the spring is already loaded to a point when the car is just sat. So obviously that'll make the ride really harsh, which is what I want because this is a very heavy car. So we'll get this car up on the ramp and then we'll take a look. The R888Rs, they've got a couple of mil on them, so like I say, they've got 1 track day left on them, but they're in decent condition to be honest. These should last me for the trip to Blyton, and we should take it from there. So these are very expensive tyres, they're about £160 a piece, as for the Triumph Race Kings, which are £75 a piece. So these are double the price, but they should be very good on keeping our Copart race car on the tarmac. So we'll test them out on this track day and see how it goes. Okay, so the alloys, they're super lightweight, like I say. I think they're about 2 kilos or maybe 3 kilos lighter than the original OEM alloys. So that's why I wanted to get them. And also we've got some spigot rings on the inside as well. This alloy did need straightening, so that's what this is. It's a little bit of burn damage, so he did actually set fire to it when he tried to straighten it out, but it's nice and straight now and it doesn't wobble, which is good. So now we'll get on to the coilovers. Okay, so the BC Racing coilovers are multi-adjustable, so we can actually add camber to these. The top hats are also adjustable, and the height and the preload as well. So these cost about £750, so they weren't too bad, and the performance is spot on with them. So today what we're going to do is we're going to adjust the preload, give it 1 or 2 mil more preload, and I think I'm also going to adjust the height of the ride height as well. So we'll take it from there. Okay, so the way that you do the preload on the spring is you tighten the spring and the top spigot as much as possible by hand. I'm out of breath now. Okay, now, so that's got 0 preload. So now what we need to do is the bottom spigot ring goes up to the top one, and that acts as your mark. And then basically what you then do is then get your tool and you continue turning this so then you continue tightening it to put preload on, and then when the gap between the top and the bottom ring is 3mm, then you know that that's set to a 3mm preload. Right, pause it. Need a tape measure. Yeah. Okay, so the tools themselves, they are actually 3mm thick. So if we pop this between the top and the bottom spigot ring, you can see that that's a nice fit there, and that's actually 3mm preload. So what we can do now is take the bottom spigot ring up, tighten them both up, and then you know that you've got 3mm preload. Now that's the preload set, we're also going to take the coilovers probably another 5 to 10mm down because it is sitting quite high on the front end. So that involves taking this spigot ring off, taking it up, twisting the hoil, twisting the whole coil, loosening this off, twisting the hoil. So what we're going to do is we're going to loosen this bottom spigot ring and then twist the hoil. Loosen this bottom spigot ring, twist the coil over, and that should give us a little bit lower ride height. So I do want it a little bit lower on the front, like I say. So let's get this loosened and get it set. God. so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to move on to the front of the interior. So we're going to take the headlining out, we're going to take a couple of bits of the centre console out and a couple of plastics, anything that's not needed for track really. So also we step inside, we've got some nice plastics in there that can be removed, we've got the carpet that can be removed, and we've got also this door card here that can also be removed. So let's get some tools and get straight into it. I'm proper dizzy now. Goes around the corners quick anyway, so it's pretty good, and it's wet outside, so hopefully it should be good on the track. Right, centre console, let's get it out. Too much weight in that. Okay, so seats are laid back. So we're going to take the carpets off. As you've seen, we've actually taken the centre console out. So the carpets are next. So we'll just get these out of the way, and then we'll start taking the carpet out and see what else we can take out. So that's most of the interior strip that we wanted to get out. So we've got 2 front door cards, we've got the centre console here with a bit of plastics, and we've also got the full carpet set as well. So we didn't manage to do the headlining, unfortunately, but I don't think there's much weight in that anyway. And there's a couple of plastics in the front that we didn't actually manage to do. But overall I'm happy with how it is. So now it's at 7mm lower from when we did it on the ramp, and we've got a little bit stiffer coils as well, and we should be ready for the track actually. So I think I've got one more thing to do, which is bleed the brakes, which I'll do that off camera, just to make sure there's no more air bubbles in the system. But I think that should be ready for the track, so we'll see you on track. Okay, so that's going to be a wrap for today's video. It started raining, so we chose a good time to actually get home. So that's going to be it. Make sure you catch us on Instagram at GarBroZ UK. Make sure you leave a like on this video and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one.